Hi Scorpio, welcome to your unexpected for September. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. I feel like this is a moment of truth. I've been thinking about you, wondering how you're doing. It's been, we just had that clearing and that was kind of memorable, Page of Swords, all right. Watching and waiting, not engaging, but getting your information ready, gathering intel. Right. Scorpio, unexpected. Okay. Four of Swords, all right. The World, Six of Cups. High Priestess, that could be Pisces. There you are. Knight of Cups, I read that as Scorpio. Five of Cups, don't panic. That is not the end of the, okay, world, no, don't make jokes, all right. Okay. All right. Patience. What's this World card about? Oopsie. How'd you get over there? These two were left behind. Page of Swords, Hangman. Alright. Not doing anything and allowing to be what is to be. So what's this? So what is going on here? I'm just feeling a connection here. It's this World card. Are you walking away? No, but you're not. All right, well, hold on a minute. Why don't I finish the sentence? How about that? What's this World card? Knight of Swords. I read that as Aquarius. All right. It's the Six of Cups. I don't think you left something too quickly. It's the Six of Cups. Are you a little shy here? Like, are you a little feeling like because that was gonna jump, the World was gonna jump again. It's the Six of Cups here. Feeling like the minute you start something, the minute you see something that's not, you're like, pew. So, okay. Or did you end something too quickly and you're feeling like you need to go back and redo it? No, you're not, but I could see how this would be like at the first sign of any kind of anything. You're like, I'm getting some distance from this. All right, so we've got Judgment here. This could be Sagittarius, Cancer, or Scorpio. What's this High Priestess about? All right, so you kind of ended something a little bit ago, right? I think that's what this is, and now comes the examination of that whole situation, which was quite significant for you. So you're out of it, you're in the clear, you're at safety, it was a big deal. This was a big deal, and now comes the examination. What's this High Priestess about? High Priestess about. Okay, so that's okay. Hello, lady. The Tower. That was gonna jump, or that did jump. All right, so Pisces or Cancerian. This is you still being energetically, I don't even know energetically. I feel like you really want to get to the bottom of it and you have no problem going to the depths. It scares other people, it doesn't you, right? So this is you really wanting to do a deep dive on what was so significant about this ending that you just kind of had enough of and decided enough. And it's almost like saving yourself from yourself because you knew this is what you need. You knew this energy was what needed to be done. It could be that some of you ended with the Gemini, but this is you and the person still, you were quite significant to each other. This is you really wanting to do a deep dive on that and understand how and what and why, and to just go there like you are capable of doing. You're not afraid of your depths. What's this Knight of Cups about for Scorpio? Okay. Because you want a fulfilling, romantic, thriving relationship. Not unheard of. But what, we got 2 knights here. Did they come back? I don't want them to come back though. Urgh. Well, money's good this month. I mean, I hope, that's solid. That feels solid. You don't feel at odds with that. That feels like there's actually been a positive turnaround for this month, August, and even for a couple of months to come. Like, the money feels like it's stabilized. So if that was a concern, that, that feels good. That's there. Dare I say someone coming back to work on things? I don't want that. Not what I want, though. It's what's in the reading. What's this 5 of Cups about? What's this 5 of Cups about? All right. I think you've been staving this off. I think you're feeling that it's a missed opportunity. And I think this is the remnants and going through the motions of finally ending something or taking a big step to move past something. I think that this is the aftermath. I think that it's kind of kept you from wanting to get involved with anyone else. Not that you're not moving forward, but as far as a relationship, that's on hold just because you really want to get to the bottom of it, and you know yourself well enough to know that it has to mean something to you. It can't just be, you want the whole package. So for the Scorpios I'm reading for, you're going to be spending some time laying low. You've walked away from something, you've done this, but you are still dealing with it. You're processing it. So it's not that you're stuck. It's not that someone's coming back in and going to ask you this and that. You're dealing with the potential, what the coulda, shoulda, woulda in regards to choices and actions and partners chosen and all of that. This is you sorting it out for this month. This is, and it's almost like no matter how you feel, if you still feel that connection, you know deep down what is best for you. And you don't want to settle for anything less. You want the whole package, as you should. But this is you processing what you have walked away from. And you did it in such a way that you had to protect yourself from yourself. Because when you feel and when you do you, it's pretty powerful and pretty intense. And you know yourself well enough to know to be like, okay, I know how I get. I've got to not leave the door open or any kind of option. I can't do the dance anymore. So this is you processing a situation that you left behind. You're in the clearing, but now comes the sorting out and the deep dive. And this feels like a very private thing for you. You're kind of not really involving a lot of other people. There could be some sadness or disappointment at what could have been, or just, potential wasted and all of that. But you're not settling. You want the whole package. So you're just sorting it out. It's okay. And I think that's why I said patience in the beginning, because this is going to take time. You're looking at a lot of stuff. You're looking at a lot of memories. You're trying to parse things out. This is the beginnings of that. So this is just, it's going to take as long as it takes. It's not stalling you doing the day-to-day and moving forward. You're just sorting things out, and there might be some sadness with that. You notice how here's what's going on, and then here's these major themes behind it, like who and how and what we choose based on our past, and whether we negate or move with our intuition, and what we really want, finding someone that truly matches that so that we can thrive and have that unity. And that's no small feat, right? So it's gonna be a little bit of a time. It's gonna be patience. I think this is you making some decisions about that. Now that you're laying all the cards out on the table, it's like, well, what do I want? What do I want for my future? And you're deciding. I hate to say this because I don't want it to be true, but I kind of feel like there's an offer on the table for you. I feel like you're going through this because they may have gotten in touch with you somehow and sort of stirred some things up. And while you're like, nope, I'm out of here, not talking to you, it's affected you. I feel like this wouldn't be here. There was some kind of, because you bolted. So then the reason you did that was out of self-preservation. Why? Because something got stirred up and there's still a connection. And you're like, nope, I want it all. I want the package. I don't want the man. There's a reason why I left. Don't play with me. And yet it's like, man. And that's okay. I mean, you can handle it. It's just that it's, I just don't like that. I don't like it. Good. You're letting it go. Good. I think that part of this is surrender too, because I think sometimes, we all do this, it feels like, well, if I still feel something, I should still be there. I've got to go with my heart. Do you? Because you feel something and what you should be doing, sometimes they're at odds. Sometimes you have to know better than what the id wants. You know what I mean? Like somebody's got to step in and go, we're not getting our third scoop of ice cream, or we're not getting the second plate of this, or the buying that, whatever. Same thing with the relationship. Just because, but I want it. So this is you, I think, kind of surrendering and accepting both. That you still there's still something there, but you also know what's best for you. So you're holding both, you're doing both, and that's where that transition comes in, because you're surrendering. You're accepting that, yes, energetically, there's still a whole lot there, and yes, I need to let go. So that's when the transition happens, because let go or be dragged. This is happening, and you want it to. I mean, you want to be free. You want to be out of that energy field. I know you do. But it's not going to be painless. There's going to be some reflection and examination that might be like, oh man, but this is happening because you're finally allowing it. Feels like you're able to hold both, that yes, there's still something there, and yes, I'm moving on. Because a lot of people think it's one or the other. You only move on when there's nothing left. No, that's not true. Scorpio. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is leave. Oof. All right. So here's that understanding. Here's that seeking clarity, that truth, that wanting to get to the bottom of it, to pierce the veil, to figure stuff out, and making decisive cuts. Sometimes this could be the death card. So this is you doing what needs to be done and examining in private. For Scorpio. Is that why? Is that why there's is that why this is going on? Because they did get back in touch and you engaged, you answered, or maybe you didn't, but they still were able to get to you, and it's kind of caused you to be like, oh. So are things, use your words, do things need to be shored up? Do you need to have stronger boundaries? This is Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. Is that because you were in contact and it stirred a bunch of this up? Also, here's the thing. You can partition this. Just because you have the ability to do that deep dive doesn't mean that you need to live there for the next 3 months in totality. You can partition your deep dives. You can set a time each day, or okay, nope, the weekend I'm doing shadow work, or whatever the heck you want to. But you don't have to live there. You don't have to just be completely vroom, vroom, vroom. You can set boundaries and routine and structure to this so it doesn't overtake you, so you don't live there, so you're not vulnerable, so that you're in control of the process. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do that. It's direction, it's self-efficacy, to be in charge and navigate your emotions and to try to understand them but not let them run away with you. Do you know what I mean? So that it's not just with other people, this is with you too. Because you still have your day-to-day you have to do. So just a suggestion. Just a suggestion. I just don't want you to get swept away with this. I don't want you beating yourself up because this happened and you're handling it. And that's that. Just because you feel something doesn't mean you're going to go back there. What else for Scorpio? What else for Scorpio? King of Wands reversed. Oh, yeah. No, there's the boundary blaster right there. I could see why this showed up because this is a boundary blaster. This one doesn't take no for an answer. He or she, they'll find a way. They'll find a way. And they make excellent promises. They do. So this is 7. Okay. 7 of Wands. So there's still conflict with somebody that blasts through your boundaries. You're having to stay vigilant. You're having to kind of stave them off. But it's affecting you. And the answer is completely letting go and shutting down and shutting that word out. That filth, that ish out. Can't even give it an inch. Because if you give the situation an inch, it just... And it sounds good, but it, you know... And this is good work to do with or without the impetus of this one crashing through the boundaries and making all kinds of promises and just doing the stuff. This is good for you to do anyway. So it's not because of this. I mean, this is a reason. It has an effect on it, but you could do with some deep dives anyway. Doesn't have to be all about this boundary blaster througher person who needs to have some respect. Can I just say, like, I don't like that. You're in constant conflict and you're having to stave them off constantly because they don't. I said no. I don't like that. Shutting up. Okay, so I think I don't think you're engaging. I think the unexpected this month is you've said all you can say or going to say with that, but I think there's this recognition that you've turned the corner, that you're starting to parse and cut things off because of the sadness. This is starting to outweigh this. This right here, this feeling is starting to outweigh the potential of this. You're not falling for it anymore. You can't not know what you know, and you feel this on an emotional and energetic level. And that's when you start to do the fade, when you start to distance yourself, is when this becomes greater, the cost becomes greater than the payoff. This is a reality, this is not. And you're starting to feel that. So it's starting to make sense to you. Baby steps, right? All right. Okay, shutting up. For real this time. I hope this was helpful. I'm glad you're keeping forward. I wish you didn't have to feel this, but I know it's purposeful. But I don't want you to doubt yourself, and I don't want you to beat yourself up. One foot in front of the other. No settling. All right, Scorpio. Much love to you. I mean that. Hope to see you in the next reading. You keep your head up.